Alright, everybody, welcome back to Everyday Whiskey. I'm Mike.
And I'm Dan. And this week we are doing our Irish extravaganza because we couldn't figure out a better name for drinking a lot of Irish whiskey in one sitting.
No, and it is St. Patty's Day, kinda. Well, it was yesterday if you're watching this on Friday, so happy St. Patrick's Day belated.
Whatever. Either way, we're wearing Jameson hoodies, we're drinking a bunch of Irish whiskey.
Irish.
We have a green wall now, so consider it decorated. But, so basically, this is a pretty simple episode. Mike and I have assembled a variety of rare and or sought after Irish whiskey bottles, and we're going to rate them 1 to 10. I know we just did a rating episode last week, but we figured this would really suit this episode.
Yeah, and we didn't really know what else to do for St. Patrick's Day other than Irish whiskey. So,
what did we do 2 years ago? I think 2 years ago we did
Irish whiskey.
The trivia.
We
did the trivia.
Possibly a trivia.
Where the punishment that someone got a bunch of sea creatures, like plastic sea creatures thrown at you.
Yeah.
Either way, it was pretty stupid. So the only bottle here that's like kind of easy to get is the Redbreast 12-year, but it is one of the most sought after Irish whiskey, so that's why it is included in the group. Today, I had a partial lapse in concentration there. So let's start it off with the Redbreast 12-year, Mike.
All right,
let's
do it.
Is Mike's bottle.
This is my bottle, courtesy of our friends.
Our friend.
That's all we're going to say.
And he knows who he is.
So, Redbreast 12-year, here we go. This is one of the most iconic Irish whiskeys. As Dan said, it is very highly sought after. It's a single pot still. I don't know why I was trying to recork that. Redbreast, they also have several others. They got the 15...
Lustow, which is the
Lustow,
which is the sherry cask finish. The
18?
No, it goes
18, 12.
It's 12-year Lustow, 12-year cask strength, 15-year, 21-year, 20.
That's it, 21.
27-year, and then they have an Oloroso cask finish as well. That's really hard to get.
And they all are pretty pricey. We're not gonna lie to you. This one is
$70.
Yeah, about 50. I've seen it for $55 at a few places.
Well, just it cost us $55.
Yeah.
So that's like it's actually at the place I work at now. It is $55.99 a bottle.
So anywhere $50, $70. It's not cheap. It is, and that is not even the Lustow.
This is the cheapest bottle on the table right now.
This is the cheapest. Is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's cheap. That comes in. It's about the same price.
Okay.
So,
I'm just talking Redbreast in general. Like, they start at that price.
Well, let's say they start like in New Jersey at proper retail. They start at like 65 to 70.
Yeah, you're not finding these for. They're not budget.
They're not budget. But this episode was not about budget. This is Irish whiskey to the extreme. Like, what is Irish whiskey capable of doing?
Yeah.
So, all right. Cheers. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day, Will.
Oh, yes, Will. Happy St. Patrick's Day, buddy.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to all of our viewers. Thank you for tuning in every week and dealing with our bullshit. I love this because it's like
so good.
It's butterscotch. It's honeysuckle. It's a little cherry blossom.
This is light. It's what was I gonna say? Fruity.
It's light.
Yeah,
it's fruity.
I don't know. I kind of went off. Yeah, it's like a light fruity, not like heavily fruity, but like just like.
Enough accent of it.
I don't want to say sweet because it's not super sweet.
I get cherry blossom. That's the fruit I get. I get cherry blossom.
Honey, the cherry.
Yeah, I get a little butterscotch note at the start. Mm-hmm. Really well balanced whiskey. You get a little kick of heat at the back end to know that you are drinking whiskey still. It's not water.
Mm-hmm. I gotta admit, it is a nice change up from bourbon all the time.
That's why I love Irish whiskey because it's kind of the wild west of whiskey. Like you don't have any casking rules aside from it's got to spend time in a wooden barrel.
Yep.
So you can do fun stuff, and I'm going to get into all that fun stuff when we talk about Method of Madness because that is my favorite Irish whiskey distillery.
I like to think of Irish whiskey as like Irish whiskey is like diet whiskey. Like it's just all around. It's light. It's enjoyable.
It's airy. It's fun.
It is airy. That's a good way to describe it. Airy. Yeah. It's like
they can get heavy though. There are big bodied Irish whiskeys, which we have one of them here.
It doesn't punch you in the face though as much as bourbons do. Often.
So to start the rating, this is a very hard one for me because, like, for the price, obviously, we are not going to
we're not going to incorporate
into our score today because everything's expensive. Like, we're going to get all the way up to like $200 on the Jameson 18.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go with a solid 7.5 for Redbreast 12-year.
I'm going to meet you right with that. It's solid.
All right.
It's a good whiskey.
And as Mike always does, and he says, the scores will pop up right here
somewhere.
So 7.5 out of 10 on the Redbreast 12-year.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a solid bottle. Great buy. I don't know. It's good.
I always have to have it in my house.
Yeah.
I always have to have it in my house because like everyone, even if you're not like a Irish whiskey person, you will like Redbreast 12 year, in my opinion.
I think anyone will.
So, what do we got going on now?
Now, well, you know more about this one, so I will let you introduce the Method of
probably
Madness.
one of my favorite bottles in Irish whiskey is the Method of Madness. I believe this is the single grain.
Yeah.
So Method of Madness basically is owned by Jameson. What it is it's these young distillers that want to experiment, Jameson, and Middleton basically made an experimental distillery within the Jameson distillery. So Method of Madness does everything that you would want to see Irish whiskey do. How far it could possibly reach. Whether un momento. So they do chestnut, walnut, Mizunara, Spanish oak, French oak, bog oak. I think they do a bog oak char. Like they do the craziest cask finish that you could possibly think of. There's a new one that I forgot. They just posted the other day, so I'll go look it up and I'll put it in the comments when this posts so I can add on to it.
Okay.
But this is the extreme of Irish whiskey that you can do because there are no cask rules. So it's like I said, Wild Wild West is this bottle. And if you are a bourbon drinker, this is your Irish whiskey you want to try.
Yes, definitely.
However, like that, I just lotioned my hands.
How's that working out?
Well, actually one of the fattest corks too.
Yeah, it's got a
fatty
cork on it. That is one thick ass cork right there.
I'm gonna pour a little extra on this because I love this bottle.
Yeah, this is I like the bottle. Like I actually,
it's just
love
cool.
The bottle.
And like they have cherry blossom trees up on the right side of the label.
It's a really nice bottle. You can see in the very bottom of the label, it will say in bourbon casks, which is cool.
And they're super transparent. On the back is
everything about it.
On the back is your mash bill and everything you need to know about the actual like what's in this bottle.
Yeah,
I love that when distilleries
really cool.
do that. Just because it makes you identify and it makes you be more hands-on with the bottle you're drinking, and like an educated drinker is like my favorite kind of like whiskey enthusiast.
Well, I just like to know what I'm drinking too.
Like sometimes I just want to drink whiskey and like tie one on, but like sometimes I want to know what I'm drinking and like educate myself.
The other cool thing is it's got nose, taste, finish, so it's nice to read that and kind of go into it and see if you can match that.
But to me on the nose, I get tobacco, man. I get a really nice tobacco.
Yeah, that's a sweet tobacco nose.
Sweet.
What's it say? Rose petal, rain on pine, and pencil shavings.
Oh, I pencil shavings makes sense.
A little bit.
Rain on pine, maybe not. I'm gonna go smell a pine tree tomorrow and let you know.
Yeah,
I think this is like when I was at a wine tasting and
somebody,
some lady asked me if I taste the color blue, and I asked her what kind of drugs she was on, and she declined.
I get like fresh pipe tobacco though.
I really like it's like pipe malt almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get rose. Sorry.
But man, is that sweet? That is sweet. It's a bigger body. Ooh, I love this. A little hotter than 12 year, slightly.
Yes.
But it's sweeter, so it kind of balances out a little bit, I think.
I get a lot of wood contact on the back end.
Contact!
A lot of notes of that oak there on the contact. Which it does say warm toasted oak. Fresh peeled grapefruit. I can see it.
I can see citrus. I get citrus.
Taste it.
I get a little citrus, like funky citrus, which I guess could be grapefruit. But I really do get a nice like light oak note throughout the entire palate, and the citrus kind of like...
And zesty wood spices. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say the taste, what they tell you on the label, is pretty much what you're going
to
get.
We're kind of dumbing it down. Theirs is very in-depth and descriptive and specific, where this is more, what we're saying, I think we call it more broad.
Yeah. But I think they hit the nail on the head with the tasting notes.
Sometimes
toasted oak, grapefruit and or citrus, and then wood spices.
I don't know what rose tastes like. I'm sure if I
That's on the nose. The rose is supposed to be on the nose, so I think they hit the nail on the head with the taste. So that's good. And then the finish, sweet cereal, clove, fresh mint. I get the cereal.
I get mint. I do get mint.
I get the cereal and the mint. I don't know about the clove. I wouldn't say the spices on here are as robust as clove. Yeah. Clove is a very distinct spice and also palate. You know when something's clove.
I don't get anything clove. I don't get that big note. But either way, this is a cool whiskey, a cool Irish whiskey, because it's different from a lot of stuff I've tried.
Yeah. And if you stay tuned, once we get the funds, we would love to do a Method of Madness episode.
They're just expensive and they're hard to find.
Yeah, I know where I could find some bottles. Unfortunately, the place where I could find the bottles is a small shore account, which means their prices are even higher.
What we call in New Jersey, it's called the shore tax.
Yes, the shore tax.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. The shore has those boutique liquor stores where you could find
your mom and pop, but they're gonna charge you $85, $90 for a
the
bottle.
Clientele usually has money, so
exactly. They don't think twice about it.
Yeah,
but
I'd love to do a whole episode on meth and mags.
Yeah, we will do a whole episode without a doubt in my mind.
At least 3 bottles. We consider a whole episode at least 3 of the offerings.
4 is a lot to do in one episode.
Yeah, and it's a lot of money to do.
Yeah. However, though,
Writer's Tears.
What are we thinking?
Next?
No, score.
Oh, score. You're right.
You lead it off.
Hold on. I got a little bit left.
I'm contabulating right now.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Okay.
Contabulating.
I want to go with
I don't know if I can go higher than Redbreast. I really can't, personally, for me, just because.
Really? I think I like it because of the bourbon notes in it. I was gonna just do a 7-8. I wasn't gonna.
But that's why though, because it doesn't exactly represent an Irish whiskey to me. Because if I want to drink an Irish whiskey, I'm not drinking this, even though it is very good. So I'm gonna go with a 7.2.
All right. So if I do a 7.8, 7.2,
we'll call it a 7.6.
Yeah. So it's gonna beat out Redbreast.
Yeah. So either way. All right. Well, it's the desired outcome because
we have a calculator. We can just get the exact
okay. Let's see. Do 7.8 plus 7.2 divided by 2.
7.5.
Son of a bitch! All right, I'll up it to a 7.3. It's a 7.6. 7.6 out of 10. I'm sorry, Redbreast. I was just trying to be. It's might as well be tied with Redbreast, but we'll go 7.6 out of 10.
I have a feeling a lot of these are gonna fall in that rating range just because of our preference in what we like.
Here you go. Mike is the person who actually turned me on to Marsala cask finished. It wasn't necessarily
it wasn't this one, but it was. What the hell, Marsala cask? Oh, was it the ugly sweater, Glenlivet? What was the Marsala I did turn you on?
Glenmorangie, the winter sweater.
Right? Yeah.
The winter sweater.
Yeah, that was.
Which is Scotch, but I had just throw it.
Fuck it. Writer's Tears limited edition.
Coolest fucking cork. The coolest cork I have in this house.
So, this thing you can see it's like
heavy duty and it's
a double layer. It's got like wood, copper band, wood. Cool ass cork.
I will say Writer's Tears spares no expense when it comes to packaging. No. And they have some of the best packaging on the market. Their base, the Writer's Tears base.
Oh,
dude, it smells good.
Oh.
Yeah, the Writer's...
That just smells like wine.
Yeah, the Writer's Tears base I don't like because it's for the price. It's just not that great to me.
Yeah, so this isn't your standard Writer's Tears. This is a special edition Writer's Tears.
However, their cast strength, their cast finish expressions are second to none. They're amazing.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember this one. I know I've tried this.
We did a long live and finished it with this, and I was inebriated.
Okay, that's probably why I don't remember this thing.
Oh god, it's funky and
dude, it smells like
candy. It's like if you
like Swedish fish.
Like if you buried some like Swedish fish in like a pile of hay.
It's Swedish fish.
No, actually, it just smells like Swedish fish.
It just smells like Swedish fish.
All right, so we're gonna go with cherry and strawberry.
Yeah,
it's cherry and strawberry.
Which makes sense. There's a Marsala cask finished.
Well, this is the best nose so far, easily.
Best nose.
Yeah,
so far. Swedish fish, dude.
Best in nose.
I kind of want to go get Swedish fish now.
No, because you do that and then you eat it and then it gets stuck in your teeth and you fucking. Yeah, it's like Dots. Remember the Dots candy?
Oh yeah.
Or Mike and Ike's, where it's just like. It seems like a great idea until you start eating it, and then it gets stuck in your teeth, and you're like, I would just...
Swedish fish, it's also one of those candies where you're really hyped, and then you have like 2, and then
you're like, I'm over it. I don't eat candy. I don't eat candy anymore. I don't get any out of it.
I'm like a Reese's guy.
Yeah, I had Reese's on my ice cream the other night. I like Reese's and Kit Kats and Snickers.
Like Reese's is one of few
I love
candies
nuts.
I'll never pass up.
I love nuts and candy. Don't even do it.
Yep.
I like nuts and candy.
You're right.
Especially if it's chocolate covered.
Oh, you ever have like
it's getting
bad, but those the nuts that you get at Gertrude, the candied nuts that are like roasted.
Oh, so good.
Good.
All right, enough. Okay, enough about nuts. Nuts. Oh man, that's good.
It even tastes like Swedish fish.
Oh man, that's good. It's got this like, I do this every time. Swedish fish, but
that's all I'm gonna say about this is Swedish fish.
But it's got this like acidity to it, almost
a little. It's like an acidic Swedish fish.
This is not big body. This is still, I would consider this light.
This
body.
is very light.
This is
very
very
light. But you
But
get
dark.
so much dark fruit, like not even dark fruit, like cherry, and it's Swedish fish. I don't know how else to describe this other than Swedish fish.
So it's not finished in Marsala cask. It's finished in Marsala hogsheads. From
isn't hogshead just a type of wood slash?
I feel like the hogshead is the top of the barrel. Though.
I don't know.
We got to look at what hogshead means. From the stunning
computer time.
But the Marsala they're using in this is from the Florio winery in Sicily.
Oh, so it's Italian Swedish.
It's finished for 12 months. The marriage, a lot of fucking fancy words. What is a hogshead? Not a bar.
Hold on. Yeah,
That's
hog's breath. A hogshead is essentially a barrel made from the staves of a bourbon cask with new oak ends. A butt is the standard size cask used for maturing
So they're using
sherry.
the staves from a Marsala cask.
I guess
so they're doing the opposite of this.
Yeah, this is
all right. So
okay. A hogshead's interesting.
So what they're doing is what Maker's Mark does for their private
Yeah.
label stuff. They're basically taking. So if you look at the top end of a barrel, it's not just going to be a open barrel. You're going to see these notches all the way around, and that's what's called a stave, and they slide in and out. So you can replace those with different types of barrels and create new flavor profiles. So what they're doing is they're taking out the oak staves and putting in Marsala barrel staves. So instead of buying a Marsala barrel, you're getting the best of the oak and the best of the Marsala in one shot. Yeah, which is actually cooler to me.
But it says Marsala wine cask finish. Like I don't know what the fuck a hogshead.
I don't know. Either way, but that sounds like what they did. If we're wrong, I'm sorry. But out of my deductions based off that, that's what it sounds like.
As we've said, we are amateurs. We are not professionals.
Experts.
Swedish fish. If I haven't said it enough already.
Dude, it's Swedish fish. It really is Swedish
fish. That's really all I can get. Nose, palate, that's it.
No, I agree.
Like, it's just that sweet cherry strawberry?
Cherry.
I don't know. What is
it? Cherry baby.
We're going to cancel.
No, we're going to get fucking zucked.
Yeah, we're going to get zucked again.
He's going to know YouTube. He's going to be like, I know these fuckers.
Join us on our lives where I get us shut down 2 weeks in a row.
And for the third time.
I don't know. It just smells and tastes like a Swedish fish. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know.
Contabulating.
7.5.
8.2. Calculator.
Really need some math.
I'm going 8.2. I love this bottle. It's the hottest out of the three.
7.8.
All right, 7.8 out of 10 so far. Writer's Tears Marsala Cast Finish is in the lead.
I'm actually happy with that, a 7.8.
I feel like that's good.
Because originally I wanted to go to like an 8 because I like Swedish fish.
Oh no! The mic! Shit!
But then I remembered that...
Testing.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Then I remembered, like, I only like Swedish fish for the first 2 fish. So I'm like, no, it can't be an 8. It's got to come down. So I'm happy with a 7.8.
This is the most elaborate... Oh, wait, hold on. I put this in backwards last time.
Yeah, you have fun with this one.
All right, so we've never done this on an episode. So this is actually... Have we? When did we do this?
I don't know. Maybe we have.
I don't remember the episode.
I don't know.
Okay.
RIP headphone users.
So this is actually copper.
RIP, again, headphone users.
So this is Jameson 18 year. This is the Bow Street...
God, we're not killing this on camera.
No, we're not killing this on camera.
That's a lot of fucking whiskey.
This is the Bow Street edition. So I guess I know that like the last...
You got to go into this because you know all about this.
So essentially, sorry.
God. He's just blowing out your eardrums.
All right, so the Bow Street edition, essentially, your normal Jameson 18 year is going to be an 80 proof, 40% alcohol expression. The Bow Street edition, Bow Street is the street that the original distillery sat on.
Yep.
So this edition is 110 proof, 55% alcohol. Much better palate, much better nose, much better flavor, a more well-developed 18-year whiskey that is more deserving of the price tag.
Do they do 110 on purpose?
I feel like if you want to like have a story like, oh, but the distillery is like 500 years old, so it's not like how...
Well, the only reason I ask if they do 110 on purpose is because you know how the Terry Bradshaw bourbon does 59.6 because it's a completion?
Yeah, completion percentage.
I'm wondering, is 110 the address of Bow Street that it was on? 110 Bow Street?
You got the phone, fucking look it out.
I don't... Yeah, you're right, I can look it up.
Mine's down here.
I don't even know how to begin Google searching
All
that.
right,
I'm not
once again,
looking that up.
along with the other
Was
thing,
Jameson Bow Street on 110 Bow Street, Ireland?
along with the other thing I said, I will put in the comments.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Jameson 18 year. This was my housewarming gift to myself.
And we're chipping away at this bad.
This
boy.
is the coup de grace. Well, I brought this to an Irish birthday.
I actually really like. I like the bottle a
The
lot.
bottle's nice.
It's a nice bottle.
Is it a 1-piece or a 2-piece?
You know, I don't know. Two.
2-piece. There's a seam right here.
Yep, there's the seam. I don't even know if there really is any such thing as 1-piece bottles.
But this is, you know what?
I got Swedish fish still stuck in my glass.
We're not going to say anything about this before we drink it because I don't think you actually have an opinion on this.
Thank you.
It's so fucking satisfying. Here, Mike, if you can, zoom in on this if you can.
Yeah. So this is really cool.
That's a copper coin. It's a coin of authenticity for the bottle.
So the front isn't that exciting. It just says Jameson Bow Street, and the back says something about a story and taking a closer look. And
You got to buy a bottle. Buy a bottle to figure it out.
Yeah, you got to spend $250 and then figure it out.
It was all right. It was $189.
Okay, you got to spend $100. Don't. You got to spend $189. Damn. Ow. That's loud. You got to spend $189 and then you can figure it out. Actually, I don't even think I've ever seen this in stores since you've bought it.
I got one case and then blew through it, and all I've ever had was the 80 proof. For now, I'm not knocking the 80 proof. It's
The regular 18, right?
Yeah, the regular 18. But this is so much fucking cooler.
How much does the regular 18 go for?
$150. This is $50 more.
Dude, you need to put this under lock and key, save it, and we got to do the 18 next to the.
So this smells like bourbon. This legitimately smells like bourbon. There is so much wood exposure on this.
Oh yeah, I don't remember this much. This was a long time that you've had this.
Well, since I had the house, we did the
year,
episode a week after I bought the house.
But no, seriously, save the rest of this because
I
I want
will.
to buy the regular 18 and
do a side by side. I just sold. Damn it! Fuck. Sorry. That's it. That's not going anywhere. We'll do a vertical next.
I do want to do a vertical on this. That would be.
We got cheers. It's 18 here. We got cheers.
It is.
Oh man. Slightly sweet up front. Lot of leather.
Yeah.
Lot of leather.
This is a big Irish whiskey.
This is the biggest out of the three, but
this is a really big whiskey.
Complex. Very complex.
This drinks more like a bourbon than the bourbon cask method to make.
This is good though.
It is very good.
This is very good, but
it's very big.
It's very big and it's very expensive. I know we said price didn't factor into this, but there's not many people that just have like $200. I'm not saying I'm one of these people that just has $200 laying around.
No,
and I bought
this is a special occasion.
This is a special occasion. I bought this.
Yeah,
but this is very, very different and very, very good.
Unfortunately, I am rating this compared to an Irish whiskey. So
Again,
yes, it's good.
It's the issue with this.
Yeah.
Where this and this still retain some Irish whiskey qualities, where this is really like a bourbon.
But this is a good thing about this episode. We said how Irish whiskey has
diverse.
Yeah. But I'm going at this from an Irish whiskey standpoint. I cannot rate this.
And just so you know, Irish whiskey
as high as I'd like to because
I know.
I'm sticking with Irish on this.
And
that's the only stipulation. We're not doing price. So I'm sticking to the Irish.
We probably should have done this in the beginning of the episode where we said like the basic Irish like profile you want to taste is biscuit, butterscotch, honeysuckle, and cherry blossom.
Yeah.
That's really your basic Irish. And like Redbreast, to be honest, on all this, Redbreast is
it
to the
hits
T.
all that.
But it's very linear and it's very simple.
Yeah.
For a $70 bottle.
Yeah.
This is very good though, and it's very hard for me not to rate this high because I like this personally the best out of everything.
It is good. It hits hard though. It's very much a bourbon.
But it's supposed to hit hard. It's the highest proof thing out of this entire thing.
It's not a bourbon, but it's very much a bourbon.
And you don't get a lot of high proof Irish.
I know there's going to be some jackass that comments, it's not a bourbon, it's an Irish whiskey. But it's a bourbon.
Like even your cask strength Irish whiskeys aren't, like this is about the max. Yeah. You don't go that high. Like,
no.
Like Blue Spot is 107, and that's 7 years age. This is 18 years at 110. So your development on this is crazy.
It is.
My favorite nose, easily my favorite nose. I know this was Swedish Fish.
Yeah, I like that nose a lot.
But this is my favorite. This is my favorite nose.
Surprisingly, though, it is not as smooth as most high proof bourbons.
No. It's not very. It's not in the traditional senses. Like if you're going like what you would pay for like a Johnny Walker Blue or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not smooth.
That's what I'm saying. Like we've had 130 plus proof bourbons.
Yeah.
That drink easier than this 110 proof Irish.
And I also think that it has something to constitute with the barreling.
I do too.
And the weather.
Yeah.
That it's sitting in.
That's true.
So, but the flavor profile is very nice on this.
It's got a very complex flavor profile.
Most complex out of all of it. And this is Marsala cask finish. Most complex out of all of it.
I mean, dude, this was just traditional Irish. This was a little bit of bourbon. This was Swedish Fish.
Not
this
like
is like fucking
leather belt.
Yeah, it's got a lot going
like, not like I'm telling you to eat your belt, but like, you know,
there's
maybe
a lot
like,
of leather
maybe
notes.
find like a new leather belt in a Walmart and like bite on it.
Not in a Walmart. You're going to get it.
No, in a Walmart, because that's the last place you'll get arrested for doing that, because it's normal.
That's true, too. So take the disease
It's fine.
minus the arrest.
No, there's no shot someone puts that belt on. Grab the belt from the back of the rack. No one goes to the back of the rack. And buy the 48 plus, because no one's that big.
Have you seen the people who shop at Walmart?
You know what? We've been in there at 2 a.m. There's definitely someone there that probably tried that belt on. However, tastes like leather.
But, like, it does. It also tastes a lot like oak.
All right, so
it tastes a little sweet.
We got to wrap this up, though. We do, because we're probably close to that 30-minute mark.
Probably.
So, what are you rating it right now?
7.4. Sorry, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
7.1.
All right, so a 7.3.
3, 2.
Yeah, it's 7.3.
7.3.
It's going to come out to like a 7.2.5.
Lowest score out of the bunch was the highest priced item.
Yeah.
So, for time, restraint, excuses.
I want to note one thing on that, though. We set out, when we created this channel, to find the best bang for your buck and to disprove that expensive equals quality. So this kind of falls in line with our channel.
It does. The winner of our Irish whiskey extravaganza is Writer's Tears Marsala cask finish.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, no, 7.8.
I wasn't keeping track. Okay.
7.8, 7.2, 7.6, 7.5.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So, everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a glass of Irish whiskey for us. Cheers. Bye.
Peace.